In this lecture, we're going to talk about the daily stand-up or the daily Scrum meeting. Let me start with what a daily stand-up is not. This is not a project status meeting where a manager or a Scrum Master is there to collect status. This is a quick 15 minutes meeting to do, inspect, and adapt, which is the core of Scrum framework, where everybody comes in and everybody answers the 3 questions. What did you do yesterday to achieve the sprint goal? What are you going to do today that will help us achieve the sprint goal? And do you have any impediments that might hinder or become an obstacle towards us achieving the sprint goal? Usually the team will go one by one and answer these 3 questions and walk out with a very clear plan of attack for the day. This meeting is held at the same time and same place just to reduce any complexities. The Scrum Master facilitates this daily stand-up meeting and is responsible for helping the team understand the value of the daily stand-up. The team is responsible for having this daily Scrum meeting. The product manager and stakeholders are allowed to come and join the meeting, but they're not allowed to interrupt the team. Scrum Master is responsible for protecting the team from external distraction during the stand-up meeting. In summary, this is the meeting to inspect how the team is doing towards achieving the goal for the sprint and identifying and taking an action item for resolving any impediment or the roadblock. Let me talk about an example when I was a Scrum Master and I was facilitating a daily stand-up. One of the things that I used to do is have a 15 minutes time box and explain the team why we were having the daily stand-up meeting, because there were a few times where team members went and started describing what they did yesterday and they started going on and on about what they're working on. And there were also times where somebody in the team just gave a one-word answer. Oh, I'm just working on the same story I was working on yesterday. So these are the 2 different variations, and this is where as a Scrum Master I had to help the team understand the value of being succinct and kind of helping everybody else in the team know what you are working on that kind of directly aligns with the sprint goal. The other thing that I realized as a Scrum Master is a lot of the times people used to treat Scrum Master like a project manager, giving them the status. So for me, when teams started talking to me instead of each other, I went to the back and I actually looked down so that they cannot look at me and talk to me like a project manager. Another important element of a daily stand-up meeting is the face-to-face communication, that quick face-to-face communication where team members can see each other and really find out what's going on and what are some of the things that other team members are working. What do you do when somebody is in Oklahoma, another person is in St. Louis, and the other person is in Hyderabad? I've been in a situation where we had a distributed team where we were in 3 different time zones, and one of the things that I did as a Scrum Master is I sent out a WebEx video meeting for everybody for 15 minutes, and I explained how we're going to show up in this daily stand-up and what we're going to cover, so that even though the team was distributed, we were still leveraging that face-to-face communication once a day where we could really see how we're doing in terms of achieving our sprint goal. The reason why this is a stand-up meeting is because when people are standing up, it's harder for them to go on and on because everybody else is also waiting on you to finish.